Howdy friends, welcome back to the House of Tone. My name is Wes Lee. I'm a professional band instrument repair technician. I started a YouTube channel to show what my life is like in the trades. I appreciate you stopping by. Okay, this morning we're here really early. Gonna get going. I have a technique that I've been wanting to try for a long time. Excuse me. I have a technique that I've been wanting to try for a really long time, especially since I have all of the precision dent rods. This slide has been collapsed. Let's jump right on into it. It's gonna be quick. This trombone slide should be replaced. It has been collapsed, and then they tried to bend it back and it's collapsed again. So what you can actually see is it dog legs. This is a problem. It will never operate correctly. In years past, I would have always had to scrap this. It has severe buckling. Let's zoom that in so you can really see it. It has severe buckling. If it weren't a name brand, this would have cracked for absolute sure. This is really pretty toasty. It's really skinny. It's really trashed. The issue becomes there are no tubes in stock. So the music store that I'm doing this work for will have to replace the instrument. So I have a technique that I've been wanting to try. I thought of it, where when we're doing dents on the crook, we use a series of balls. You've seen this before, right? And I run a series of balls through to bring this back. So my plan is to use these really precision ground rods that I've gotten for the trombone slides to come up under the dent and then push it out and see if that will work. We're not going to spend a whole lot of time on this. It's just a theory that I've been wanting to test out. If we can't get the dog leg out of it, then it's really no point at all. Like I said, this is just an experiment, so we're going to see if it works. That'll put that in about the middle. I know that the size of the rod that I want is a number 21. That's what fits tight in the tube. I'm going to drop it all the way back to a number 13, which is very loose, and see if I can get through it. Just trying to knock some of the high crown spots down. That was number 13. That was 16. '17 was real tight. It still looks really bad. This is number 18. Typically, once a tube is bent halfway through, it's condemned. This one is almost 3/4 of the way around. And then this one is probably 60%, 50%. They really did a number on it. This is number 19. This is number 20. Real hard to go on. So the whole process that I've been doing is just tapping down, not trying to raise anything from the inside. I don't want it to take on the shape of the smaller tube, the smaller rods. It's moving on 20. Number 21, size. Got it seated all the way on there. As always, I'm using a rawhide mallet. That way I can hit it as hard as I want on the steel. I'm not worried about work hardening. The metal, I am trying to be careful. It's really bad. I don't know. It doesn't feel good. If I thought it was viable, I would take this tube off and continue to work. I'm not convinced we're getting anywhere. It's further along than what I would have anticipated. But I just don't think we really have anything. We grab a small dent hammer. Those crown high spots are really starting to make contact now, so. There's a whole lot more of that to go. All the same regular rules apply. You don't want to hit so hard that you create a bubble, because if you actually were to be able to repair this, but then you bubbled it up, well, you did the same damage. You just did it in opposite. So all of the same rules apply. It's very light. You're trying to be Dorothy. Not too hard, not too soft, but we've got to lay some of this material back down, and we've got to bring up the low spots. This is why you can't, if there's a crack, you can't braze it. You can't, the internal surface has to maintain. I don't know a lot, but I know that. It rotates a little easier. Get it marked. Something, oh, there's a dent there, but that's the least of our issues right now, right? Okay, let's take a roller burnisher. And remember that the tube went to like an oblong. It was just really collapsed. And that started well before the dents and well after. So we have, just a lot of damage here. I don't know. If it's if it's viable, then I'll probably pull the tube off and continue doing some other things. But I just really don't know if this will work. I could possibly do a little more tapping on it. It moves a little bit better. I can still feel that it's out of round though. I'm going to come this way. This would be impressive if it worked though. I mean, it moves on the... Let's wipe it out. Let's just try it. So you got a bunch of green junk off of it when I first put it through. Now I got some more green junk off of it. Tasty. Get the inner slide wiped off. Bunch of crusties on that too. Okay, let's try the lower inner. Remotely works in the upper. Oh, well, we have another issue. The inner slide tube is not round. We have to fix this first. Man, they trashed the lock ring too. Okay. Moment of truth. We'll put the lower inner in the upper outer. Yep. So we know that we've got that backed around and everything's good. Let's see. Was it a waste of time? Here we go. Man, that's that's freaking awesome. It worked. Dang, I knew I spent the money on that for good reason. Holy moly. Wow. Okay, it worked. Well, I've got more dents to take out of the tubes, and now I'll have to do regular full slide work on it. What do you know about that? Good grief. Look at that. Let me bring you. See, that's the mark where I put him. That's where we were. No bubbles, straight light lines. Dang. Look at that. That's awesome. That's a great way to start the day. All right, friends, it's later in the day. I'm here at my shop and getting into full work mode, but there it is. Turned out great. Cannot believe that happened. I can believe it happened. I can't believe how well it turned out. We think that the students were probably sword fighting. Don't be sword fighting with your trombones just because you saw it on TikTok. Well, these rods just paid for themselves big time. That's great. I'm going to be able to save this horn. The client's not, the music store that I'm doing this for, they're not going to have to replace the instrument. This is a win all the way around. You want to up your game? You got to get you some of these rods. And that technique I'm filing away to save and use again. Holy moly. I'm so thrilled. Okay, it's almost time for me to open the shop. I got real work to do. But this gets added to the list today. Awesome. Thanks for watching, everybody. This is Wes Lee signing out.